I never planned to marry 2 wives. I only wanted peace, a quiet home where laughter fills the air and my children grow with joy. But life does not always give you what you plan for. It gives you what you are strong enough to survive. My name is Chief Ibubuma, a businessman in Lagos. People look at my mansion in Lekki and think I have everything. They see my cars, my company, and they envy me. But if they ever lived one day inside that mansion, they would know that wealth does not mean peace. My first wife, Ngozi, is a woman I owe everything to. She was with me when I had nothing, when I was selling car parts in Onitsha. She believed in me when no one did. We built everything together. But life changed after my business grew. I started traveling often, meeting new people, and one day, in Port Harcourt, I met Amora. Amora was beautiful, young, full of life. She spoke softly and made me feel like a king again. I told myself I only wanted friendship, but one evening became 2, and soon I was visiting her more than my own home. I married her quietly, telling myself it would not cause any problem. But from that day, my peace ended. Ngozi did not shout when she found out. She just looked at me for a long time and said, "You have broken something you can never repair." Her eyes that night still haunt me. At first, I tried to make both women happy. I bought Amora a car, and I gave Ngozi a bigger share of my business. I thought money would solve everything, but jealousy is something money cannot buy out. The real trouble began when I brought Amora to live in the same compound. Ngozi had warned me, but I refused to listen. I told her, "We are one family, peace will reign." She only smiled sadly. From the first week, tension started. Ngozi would cook rice, and Amora would tell the cook to throw it away and prepare pasta. Ngozi would set the dining table, and Amora would come down and change the plates. Every little thing became a fight. One morning, I was in my study when I heard Ngozi shouting downstairs. I rushed down and found her holding a broken plate. Amora was standing opposite her with her arms folded. "Ask your wife why she broke the plate," Ngozi said, shaking with anger. Amora rolled her eyes. "It was an accident. She likes drama too much. I only said the soup she cooked was too salty." Ngozi's face turned red. "You called my food salty. You that cannot even boil water." Before I could speak, Ngozi threw the plate on the floor. It shattered loudly. The children ran in. My first son, Chibik, was angry. "Mommy, stop it now," he said. Amora laughed. "See your mommy teaching her children how to fight. No wonder your manners are useless." Ngozi moved toward her, but I held her. "Enough," I shouted. "Both of you, stop this madness." Amora walked away, laughing quietly. Ngozi pulled away from me, tears falling. "You see what you brought into my life? A snake under my roof." I did not sleep that night. The house felt heavy. Even the air was tense. After that day, everything I did became a problem. If I bought Amora a dress, Ngozi would stay silent for days. If I praised Ngozi's food, Amora would not eat. The children began taking sides. Ngozi's children avoided Amora's room, and Amora's daughter, Zara, started mocking Ngozi behind her back. One day, I came back from work to find the security man kneeling at the gate. Ngozi was shouting at him. "You allowed that woman's visitor to enter before mine. You are a fool." Amora stood near the car, smiling like someone watching a show. I tried to calm Ngozi, but she pushed me away. "Ebube, you think because you are rich, you can disrespect me. You brought shame to me, and now you want to silence me." The neighbors watched from across the street. That night, gossip spread around Lekki like wildfire. Weeks later, Ngozi's mother came from the village. She called me aside. "My son, this second wife will destroy you. I can see it. Send her away before it's too late." But I couldn't. I loved Amara too, though I hated the chaos. I thought I could fix things. I was wrong. One Sunday morning, something happened that shook the whole house. I was in the living room reading the newspaper when I heard a loud cry from upstairs. It was Ngozi. I ran up and found her standing by the wardrobe, waving a piece of paper. "Ebiub, look at this," she shouted. "Your second wife is planning to sell my jewelry. The one my mother gave me before she died." Amara rushed in, her face angry. "Don't lie. I only moved them to the drawer because your maid was stealing from you." Ngozi raised her hand. "You thief. You think I don't know you want to take over this house?" Before I could step between them, Ngozi pushed Amara. Amara fell, hit her arm on the dresser, and screamed. That day, everything changed. Amara's brother came to the house in the evening, shouting at my gate, "If anything happens to my sister, you will regret it." He tried to fight my driver. The police came to calm things down. I felt like my life was falling apart. After that, Amara refused to eat food cooked by anyone but her own cook. She said Ngozi wanted to poison her. Ngozi, in return, started locking her bedroom door every night. I began sleeping in my study. Sometimes, I would wake up in the middle of the night and just stare at the ceiling, wondering where I went wrong. One night, my son Chibi came to me. He said, "Daddy, please send Auntie Amara away. Mommy cries every night." His words pierced me like a knife. I called Amara the next morning. "Please," I said quietly, "let's move you to another house. Just for peace." She looked at me, hurt and angry. "So you're choosing her over me now? After everything?" "It's not about choosing," I said. "It's about peace." She stood up slowly. "If I leave this house, don't expect me back." She packed her things that same day and left with her daughter. I felt a strange relief, but it did not last. 2 weeks later, I got a call from a friend. "Chief, I saw Amara in a hotel with another man. Are you people still together?" My hand shook. I dropped the phone. That night, I could not eat. I told myself maybe it was a lie. But deep down, I knew she was capable of it. Ngozi noticed my silence. She said, "I warned you, but you did not listen. You thought you were wiser than everyone." I looked at her, tired. "Ngozi, don't mock me. Just let's find peace." She sighed. "Peace? You destroyed it yourself." Months passed. I buried myself in work. I stopped attending parties, stopped smiling. People said Chief Umar was losing weight. They didn't know that my wealth had become a cage. Then one evening, as I was about to leave the office, Amara came to see me. She looked thinner, her face pale. "Ebiub, I'm sorry," she said softly. "I made mistakes. I was angry, jealous. Please forgive me." I looked at her for a long time. Part of me still loved her, but another part was afraid. "What do you want now?" I asked. "I just want to come home," she whispered. "For my daughter's sake." I closed my eyes. My heart was heavy. I knew if she returned, the fire would start again. But I also knew that if I refused, her bitterness could become worse. That night, I couldn't sleep. I went to Ngozi's room. She was praying quietly. I sat beside her and said, "Amara wants to come back." She stopped praying. Her eyes filled with tears. "If she enters this house again, I will leave," she said. The next morning, I made my choice. I told Amara she couldn't return. She cried and begged, but I stood firm. "It's for the best," I said. She left quietly. That same week, rumors started that she had fallen sick. 2 months later, she died. When I got the news, I sat alone in my car and cried. Ngozi found me there. She didn't speak, just placed her hand on my shoulder. We stayed like that for a long time, silent. Since that day, I wake up every morning and walk around the house that used to be full of noise. It's quiet now, too quiet. Sometimes I hear Amora's laughter in my mind. Sometimes I see Ngozi praying in the corner. If I could turn back time, I would never marry 2 wives. Because when 2 women share one man, love becomes war, and no one wins.